Justin Querido.
Good morning, everybody. Hello, and let's give one big round of applause, please, for that amazing dance performance. A big round of applause for the crew. Hello, everybody. Good morning to you all. Once again, my name is Justin Querido. We are absolutely thrilled that you're able to join us all this morning. As technology is something that's always very exciting. Whenever new technology comes up, you want to know what's going on. You want to see what new features can come about. And today is about celebrating that, and of course celebrating our economic ties of Taiwan and the Philippines. Can we give them all a big round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the 2017 Taiwan Excellence Campaign Kick-Off Press Conference. Now, as many of you know, it's the fourth year of this campaign in the Philippines, and it just keeps getting better and better every single year as we feature Taiwanese brands and products for the Filipinos. But before we dive into that and to all the beautiful tech that we have lined up for everybody, may we please acknowledge the presence of some key personalities who are with us this morning. Let's please give a big round of applause for the Minister of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in the Philippines. Let's hear it for Mr. James Chu. Good morning, Mr. Chu. Nice to see you. Now let's also hear it for the Director for Administration and Chief Finance Officer of the Manila Economic and Cultural Office. Let's hear it for Mr. Gilberto Lauenco. And we also have with us, of course, the Chairman of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Please welcome Ambassador Benedicto Yuico. Pleasure to have you with us, Ambassador. Up next, we have with us also the Deputy Director of Strategic Marketing, Department of the Taiwan External Trade Council, or TAITRA. Please welcome Mr. Tony Lin. Hello, Mr. Tony. And of course, let's hear it for our representatives from all of our brand partners. Let's give a big round of applause for them also. And we also have with us, of course, the Commissioner of Overseas Community Affairs Council, Mr. Semo Huang. And of course, the representatives from the Taiwan Business Associations in the Philippines is here for them too, ladies and gentlemen. And last but not least, to all of our friends from the press, good morning to you and welcome to yet another event. Ladies and gentlemen, to give you a very, very brief background on this event, Taiwan Excellence is a symbol. It's a symbol that honors Taiwan's most innovative products that provide tremendous value to users worldwide. All products carrying the symbol have been selected for specific Taiwan Excellence Awards based on their excellence in design, quality, marketing, Taiwanese R&D, and lastly, manufacturing. Established in 1992, the symbol of Taiwan Excellence is recognized in over 100 countries. Meanwhile, the campaign is ongoing in several markets all over the world as we speak, and is of course sponsored by the Ministry of Economic Affairs and organized by the Taiwan External Trade Development Council with an aim to raise awareness and preference for their products among target markets globally. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now, of course, on its fourth year in the Philippines, and this campaign showcases 52 participating top quality brands, bringing in over 150 products, which fall under different industries such as information and communication technologies, as you can see in that booth all the way in the back. Also, household goods, we can see in that booth at the back, and sports and leisure, which you can see in the middle booth, located yet again at the back. We are very friendly ambassadors of each of these departments there to walk you through all of the new products and innovations and technology that we have available for you today. So please make your way back there later on, and I'll see you there too. Now, to tell us more about Taiwan's mindset following the 3-year successes of the Taiwan Excellence Campaign in the Philippines, Ladies and gentlemen, let's please welcome the Minister of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in the Philippines, Mr. James Chu.
Mr. Tony Ding, Deputy Director of Strategic Marketing Department, Taiwan External Trade Development Council. Mr. Gilberto Loingo, Director for Administration and Chief Finance Officer, Manila Economic and Cultural Office. Ambassador Benedicto Yuiko, Chairman, Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Mr. Semo Huang Simo, Commissioner, Overseas Community Affairs Council. Distinguished guests, friends of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Thank you for joining us on this special day. It's my great pleasure to participate in the launch of the 2017 Taiwan Excellence Campaign, which has brought world-class innovation from Taiwan to Filipino consumers. This initiative has been sponsored by the Ministry of Economic Affairs and is being organized by the Taiwan External Trade Development Council. The Taiwan Excellence Campaign has made remarkable success since its launch in 2014, and we are very grateful to all those who have been part of this successful journey. Taiwan is a recognized global leader in many fields of industrial goods, in particular ICT products. Indeed, Taiwanese companies account for 89% of the world's production of notebooks and 74% of the world's desktop PC. Taiwan has produced a quarter of world's semiconductors and a fifth of the world's smartphones. In this way, Taiwan has a fundamental role to play in the global ICT supply chain. Taiwan's ICT industry also sees huge potential in the Philippines. In the year 2017, the bilateral trade between Taiwan and the Philippines amounted $10.8 billion with increased 15% comparing with 2015. Taiwan was Philippines' 10th largest trading partner and the 8th biggest export market of the Philippines. Taiwan and the Philippines maintain close relations beyond economics and trade, cooperating in investment, technology, agriculture, fishery, law enforcement, labor affairs, tourism, education, culture, and other frequent people-to-people engagement. September last year, our President, Dr. Tsai Ing-wen, launched a new southbound policy that aims to promote and forge even closer cooperation and partnership in a holistic manner with our neighboring countries. Under this southbound policy, Philippines is of prioritized importance. Taiwan is eager and committed to collaborating with Philippines in exploring more business opportunities. We will continue to bring the best ICT, consumer electronics, and home appliance, sports, and leisure products for the intelligent consumer. I'm confident the combined efforts of the government and local enterprises will serve to strengthen ties between Taiwan and the Philippines. Thank you all for joining us here today. May everyone have the best of health, wealth, and happiness.
Thanks so much, Mr. Chu, this evening and today. And ladies and gentlemen, now to tell us more about Taiwan's mindset, to tell us more about year 4, of the Taiwan Excellence Campaign here in the Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, let's please welcome Deputy Director of Strategic Marketing, Department of the Taiwan External Trade Council. Please welcome Mr. Tony Lin.
Good day, everyone. It's very exciting to be here to see all of good friends here. Mr. James Zhu, Mr. Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in the Philippines. Mr. Gilberto Loengo, Director for Administration and Chief Financial Officer, Manila Economic and Cultural Office. Ambassador Bernardo Uigo, Chairman, Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Mr. Simon Huang, Commissioner, Overseas Community Affairs Council. Distinguished guests, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, it's truly an honor to be here and privileged to have all our good friends and partners here with us and share the special moment together now. On behalf of Taiwan External Trade Development Council, I welcome you all to the launch of the Taiwan Excellence Campaign in the Philippines. This is a continuously fourth year for holding Taiwan Excellence Campaign in Philippines. It shows the variety of commercial cooperation taking place between Philippines and Taiwan. This year, 52 brands and more than 150 products from Taiwan joined the campaign to seek more cooperation with Philippine partners. The product range of fields includes ICT products, home and lifestyle products, leisure and sporting goods. I can guarantee all these Taiwan products are not the best of the best to be chosen for our Philippine partners, but also can create much convenience in your day-to-day life. Later, all our good friends can see a product. It's a paper shoot camera, which is made out of heavy stock paper. Powered by 2 AA battery, it weighs less than just 80 grams and save image into an SD card. Actually, I have to bring the camera here, but I forgot. Sorry for that. So all of you have to experience the amazing products at the back end. So as you can see, the Taiwan Excellence Campaign is always to introducing Taiwan innovative, good design and remarkable camera and other good products at the back end for all of our Philippine good friends and media to share, to experience. This year we welcome all of you, our Philippine friends, to visit Taiwan Excellence Campaign Experience Zone at major shopping malls, such as SM Mega Mall tomorrow, SM Mall of Asia on September, Glorieta Activity Center on November. They will also be available at retail display at PC Displays, starting this coming June until the end of this year. Finally, thank you once again and wish each and every one of you a successful 2017 and good health and prosperity. Thank you again. Okay, the camera is coming now. This one is a small one. It's a very just like a main car, but actually it's a camera. So it's a amazing products from Taiwan. We always bring good design, innovative product to you. Later on, you can experience the product at the back end. Thank you again.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Lin. And that camera looks amazing. And it seems like you can fit that into your jacket pocket seamlessly. You won't even seem like there's a camera in there. Thank you very much again, Mr. Lin. Everything was very exciting. We're very, very excited for your activations in the next couple of days as well. Also, we were very fortunate to have with us this morning very honorable guests from the Manila Economic and Cultural Office and also the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, showing us their support for the campaign. Thank you very much for showing up today as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now welcome the Director for Administration and Chief Finance Officer of MECO, Mr. Gilberto Nawenco.
Honorable James Chu, Minister, Good morning, sir. The Honorable Tony Lin, Deputy Director for Strategic Marketing, TAITRA. Of course, our very own former Ambassador Benedicto Yu, Chairman, Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Good morning, sir. And of course, one of our good friends, Former Commissioner Semo Wang of the Overseas Community Affairs Council. Fellow guests, colleagues, friends from both countries, good morning. Shao Shan Hao. Hello. Ni hao. That's about 25% of my Mandarin. Sorry. So I will continue in English. Okay. First of all, I would like to thank TAITRA, Mr. Harrison, for inviting not only me, but also our organization to this event. This event is very significant for me personally because this is the first launch that I'll be attending as one of the newly minted directors for MECO. But this is also the first launching under new management, under our new administration and new president. It is very significant because, as we know, Taiwan now has its new policy called the Southbound, wherein you will be extending a greater relationships with the countries south of Taiwan, including the Philippines. But also in the Philippines, we are now undergoing a new, more Asia-centric policy so far as relationships is concerned. We have been instructed to increase bilateral and multinational relationships with many of our Asian brothers. It is not a shifting from the West, but more so as a renewed interest with our Asian brothers, so far as not just trade, but culture is concerned. The Manila Economic Cultural Office is the organization or agency that has been tasked to not only serve as the Philippine representative office in Taiwan, but also to assist the increase in all relationships with Taiwan in general, including, and more importantly, trade. Having assisted for 2 decades, many of our officers, including esteemed former Ambassador Olrabe, who is here with me, and Attorney Avera, has seen the growth of relationship between the Philippines and Taiwan. Being new to the organization, I owe many of what I know to them, although I've been to your country prior to being appointed to MECO. But as far as I've seen lately, so far as trade is concerned, as mentioned earlier, it is not surprising that the trade relationship between the Philippines and Taiwan has grown by 15%. And it is not surprising to me that the Philippines is number 8 insofar as export countries from Taiwan is concerned, totaling, if I'm not mistaken, around $8.7 billion, right behind the major trading partners. It's not surprising because Taiwan, as a mark, insofar as excellence is concerned, is already well known. There was a time when many Filipinos considered the word excellence in terms of product related to those from Western countries. And I'm sure my fellow Filipinos know that. But lately, we Filipinos are learning that excellence from Asian products is now growing at a very, very high rate. So that when you say made in Taiwan, we already know it is of high quality and excellence. That is why it is not surprising for me to see that the export is growing. Many Filipinos know about electronics. Your electronics is top-notch. In fact, I've seen Foxconn and some of the other electronics firms in Taiwan and their products, and I was amazed. Recently we went to Kimpo and I saw this three-dimensional creator where you can create most anything three-dimensional. And I saw the small memory chips containing multi-terabytes in so small a place, and I was very amazed at the pace of technological development in Taiwan. But spending half of my time in Taiwan, because I spent 15 days there and 15 days there, I have had the opportunity to go around their country and see many of the other products which I feel has the potential of also coming here. For one, recently I was introduced to your industry that creates enzymes from fruits and vegetables. One such industry creates enzymes from bitter melon, and it is purportedly very effective for diabetes. Being a diabetic myself, I tried the product about 2 months ago, and from 220, my sugar is now down to 120. I'm pre-diabetic. So I, for one, was amazed at the efficacy of this new industry. And I feel that if we can introduce that here, probably you have a market here. And it has a wide variety of enzymes for cholesterol, for kidney problems, for potency, for the men among you. But I haven't tried that, of course. I'll introduce that to our former ambassador. But there's also a slimming tea, which they are trying to introduce. And I've asked my friend to take it, Attorney Ambera. If I see it effective, I will introduce it also to the market here. But only for the enzymes, your food is top-notch. I've had the opportunity to go around and taste and sample your food, your nougats, your banana pies, and even the cooked food, because Taiwan taste, Philippine taste is very similar. And I'm sure just look at Din Tai Fung. But also your other products, small knickknacks, your artistic abilities. But in general, I feel that because of our burgeoning close relationship with each other, now is a significant time to increase product penetration in the Philippines for Taiwan. And it is not just beneficial for Taiwan, it is also beneficial for the Philippines, because I believe as you go in, we can do more bilateral trade and more Philippine products will also go there. This year, we'll have our National Day on June 12 in the Philippines, and we'll be introducing some Philippine products in some of the groceries, which we hope will push on and will have traction. And we know that if we have bilateral trade relationships increase, we can probably help some of these products go. One of which is like, I believe Carmen's Best, the ice cream, which I noticed that a lot of Taiwanese love ice cream. Hopefully we can push it. And of course, some of our wine industry and liquor industry. Although I know that Taiwan produces one of the best, personally, I know this from Kabalan, which is a favorite of some of my colleagues. In essence, we thank Taiwan for considering us one of your large trade partners. And we in MECO would like to congratulate you, Taitra, for this excellent and successful launch again for this year of Taiwan Excellence. And we in MECO would like to pledge whatever assistance, whatever we can do to help increase our relationship. Know that whatever you plan, whatever you wish to do for Taitra, we in MECO will be there to help in whatever capacity we can. So again, thank you. Ni hao. Shishane.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gilberto Loeco. It's such a pleasure to hear this man speak. Morning, teacher. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, let's please welcome the chairman of PCCI, Ambassador Benedicto Yuico.
James Chu, Minister, Taiwan Economic and Cultural Office. Mr. Gilbert Lauenco, Director and Chief Finance Officer, Manila Economic and Cultural Office, Mr. Tony Lin, Deputy Director, Strategic Marketing, Taiwan External Trade Development Council, Mr. Sino Huang, Commissioner, Overseas Community Affairs Council, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to participate in today's special event organized by the Taiwan External Trade Development Council, TAITRO, and the Taiwan Economic and Cultural Office, TECO, to promote the latest products and technology from Taiwan, which are judged for their innovation, quality, and image. The Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industries officers look forward to attending this annual event to see the latest innovations to be enjoyed by local consumers from information and communication technology. So we just saw a camera made from paper. I hope that, are you going to give free samples after? Because I will line up. Anyway, at this time, I just want to digress from my prepared speech and tell you a little bit about my experience with Taiwan. As some of you may know, I was for 4 years as President of the Confederation of Asia Pacific Chambers of Commerce and Industry. Now, this is an NGO comprised of 28 countries' national chamber of commerce. For example, Philippine PCCI was a member, Russia was a member, Georgia, Bangladesh, all over, 28 countries as a whole. But our head office was in Taipei. And one of the reasons why our head office was in Taipei was because one of the founders of this confederation was a respected gentleman who was he was passed away. He was chairman of China Trust, Dr. Jeffrey Cook, who in fact was the person responsible for my appointment as president of the confederation. In any case, during the time that I would visit Taiwan, Taipei in particular, I would meet a lot of business people. I met at that time President of Taiwan and so on and so forth. But one of the things that I want to share with you is that there's a lot more trade, I think, trade, economic, and business cooperation that can be done between the Philippines and Taiwan. And I'm not going to elaborate on the details, but if in fact we just put our mind to it, there is going to be much larger trade between our two countries. You know, nowadays, the other China is very prominent in the news. And even in PCCI, there's hardly a week that we don't have a delegation from mainland. And I'm glad that we have this innovation show, because I think, again, I'm repeating myself, Taiwan can do better. Philippines and Taiwan can have much better trade. I listened to the speech of the director of the MECO, Mr. Gilbert Lauenco, who delivered it without reading from memory. So, Gilbert, I just want to congratulate you. It was a very fine speech. Let's give another hand of applause. And MECO, I know, has done a lot to promote the trade, economic, and cultural relations. And I'd just like to mention a very respected gentleman from formerly with our Department of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Raul Rabe, who is a director. Another hand for... Anyway, I would like to close by reiterating what has already been mentioned by the MECO director, that we here in PCCI will support you fully and work with you. All you have to do is contact us, and we will do whatever we can to promote not only the business and economic relationship, but our personal friendships as well. So good morning, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Yuiko. And thank you also for showing further honor for Mr. Gilberto Loenco. It is said that we are to outdo one another in showing honor, and he is very good at doing so. Again, let's give another big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Loenco of MECO and Ambassador Yuiko of PCCI. Big round of applause for them, please. We are truly blessed to have your support, of course, for the time. You may have asked yourselves, exactly what does it take to be a Taiwan Excellence Awardee? Well, I guess the best thing to do to answer that question is to ask the brands themselves on how they provide consumers world-class quality service through their products. Ladies and gentlemen, let's please welcome the Sales and Marketing Director of Acer Philippines Incorporated, Ms. Sue Ong Lim.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Taisha, for having Acer in this wonderful event, PressCon, for today. So, given the short period of time that I've been given, I'd like to discuss, of course, about Acer and why Acer is fabulous at foreign. That's right, I mentioned 40 years. Acer has been in the IT industry as a global brand for 40 years now. We celebrated our 40th year in Taipei last August of 2016. That means Acer was incorporated in 1976 in Taipei, and we had a culminating major event in Taiwan in August. So this is a picture of the founders of Acer. In the center is our founder, Mr. Stan Shi, who's very much still involved in the business right now. And our chairman, on the upper left side, is Mr. George Huang, who is still the chairman of Acer now, and of course the rest of the team. And from day one up to the present, that means 40 years back, we still uphold this long-term mission statement of Acer, which is breaking the barriers between people and technology. Now let me just dwell on this statement a bit now. Let me just zoom in. Some of you may ask if this statement will still remain relevant, considering that we're using it in 40 years for now, at present. Mission is what makes, what defines the company, why companies and brands exist. So it's very important to the brand and why we uphold this. So let me just zoom in on the operative words of the mission statement itself. First, I'd like to discuss more of barriers. When we look at barriers, generally speaking, barriers is defined by the rate at which technology advances relative to the rate at which people adopt technology. So we would look at the Philippine setting, for example. According to IDC, an IT research firm, only less than 25% of the Philippines or the Filipinos have ever owned a computer that is a desktop or a laptop. That means that the PC penetration rate in this country is only less than 25% at present. That's in 2017. And so, I would like to say that the barriers from maybe 40 years ago, 20 years ago, are still being encountered now at this present day and age. First is, of course, the barrier of education about technology, knowledge, and translating the value, and how technology will help the lives of consumers. And of course, there's a barrier of affordability, maybe availability, accessibility of technology for people. When we look at the second operative word is people. 40 years back to now, I'm sure we all agree that people's preferences have changed. Lifestyles have changed, consumer demands have changed, and even cultures have gradually changed. So we still look at that as a pretty much dynamic word. And last but not the least, for Moses, technology. The technology we knew 40 years ago is the technology now that we cannot live without. Now, 40 years ago, when we talk about computers, talking about digital computers, it's something that we our previous generation have not really grasped of. But now that technology is ubiquitous. It's part of our daily lives. So when we talk about technology 40 years back, not only am I talking about as a consumer in using this technology or computers, but everything, the use of computers as a tool to develop things that surround us. When we go to our homes, appliances, all of those things. When you watch movies, it's being used by computing technology. So, but now when we look at technology in a futuristic sense, we talk about things that we have yet to grasp, things like Internet of Things. These are what we are hearing about these days. Artificial intelligence, cloud computing. So that's where Acer is, of course, headed into. Sorry. So in the Philippines, Acer has been a national subsidiary for 14, we're in our 14th year. So we've been a national subsidiary for 13 years. And from day one, we have, of course, been graced by our managing director, who is also with me today, Mr. Manuel Wong. And Acer in the local market is also very deeply uprooted in the core values of Acer in Taipei. And I'm very proud to share also with you that Acer has been #1 computer brand, notebook brand for already 11 consecutive years, so since 2006. This is by IDC, that's in terms of volume of shipments of units, and #1 total PC, that means desktops and notebooks, for the past 8 consecutive years already. And the reason, sorry, what is this? Skipping, I'm sorry for that. The reason is that we're a very trusted brand by consumers. As a matter of fact, we're voted by consumers as the most trusted brand in the IT industry. This is by Reader's Digest Award for 8 consecutive years already. And with this, Acer, of course, continue to innovate. Yes, we're already 40 years in the industry. We've been pioneer. We're one of the first who belong to that golden era of technology. But now we're continuing that innovation. And I'd like, in the next slides, I'd just like to show you the innovation that we'll showcase also here in the Taiwan X Events venue. First and foremost is our Predator 21X. It's actually our gaming line of Acer. It's the world's first notebook with a curved display. And I'm honored to share with you that we have a display unit. It's one of very, very few units that we've made commercially available now. So it's the most premium laptop in the world. And I'd like to ask you if you can guess how much this costs. It actually costs 550,000 pesos. So that's $11,000, yes. It weighs more than 20 kilos, actually. Yes. And at the far end, far extreme naman, actually Acer has the Swift 7, which is the world's thinnest laptop, which is the lightest and the thinnest. It's just below 1 centimeter thin at its thickest point. That's 9.98 millimeters. And I'm also very honored to have that product available today for you to know, for you to find out and feast your eyes on. And recently we had our global press conference in New York just last month. So I'd like to share with you recent products that Acer will be launching. First is Acer has actually a joint venture with Starbreeze Studios, who is a game developer. So we have this new company, Star VR, and making the world's highest resolution visual reality head-mounted display. So it's being used by IMAX theaters, in certain countries in the world. And not only that, we also have, if there's VR, there's also MR, mixed reality. If you've, not many of you may know, but Microsoft has also launched the Microsoft HoloLens, and Acer is the first brand to be able to showcase and make this Acer HoloLens mixed reality commercially available, meaning affordable to the mass consumers. And of course, what are the directions of Acer? Of course, Acer's core business remains to be the IT. The things that I've shown you a while ago is just some of the highlighted products, innovative products. But Acer has been also very serious in the future of technology. It's what we call Acer Build Your Own Cloud. It's Acer's take on the Internet of Things. So as a matter of fact, it has its own business unit in the headquarters in developing a lot of technologies under this group. So just some of the technologies which we are already currently trying to launch in the Philippine market as well are under the vertical markets like connected car, communication, healthcare, and smart home. So one example is for the air monitor, which is also currently being displayed right now at the back. So it's basically a device that tells you the quality of air in your room or in your house or in your office. It's basically to promote health and wellness. And what I'm very excited about is the Cloud Professor. Sorry, I have 1 minute. Cloud Professor is a tool for students. It's part of the programming language, so it's basically a tool for students to in the programming field now. In the field of robotics, especially now in the K-12, now we have the STEM, the science, technology, engineering, mathematics. So it helps future developers now of the country. And then ABUC and, sorry, just going back, is our take on office device. And then, let me just proceed to the next slide. Okay, so basically, these are just some of the products under the Build Your Own Cloud technology of Acer. But moving forward, and lastly, but not the least, Acer's direction is really a hardware, services, and software company. So we will continue, again, going back to the mission statement that I've mentioned earlier, we'll continue to break the barriers between people and technology, and that will remain relevant to us. We'll continue to provide technology that will, of course, make people's lives easier, make people achieve more, and hence will make people live more. That's the Acer promise. So thank you very much for your time.
Thanks so much. This is Sue Long Lim, and congratulations on 14 years. A lot of very exciting technology we just saw, and I'm sure you guys are excited. Specialists of ASUS Technology Philippines Incorporated. Let's please welcome Ms. Dawn Pangilinan.
Hello. So good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? Are you still okay? So I have here with me the Asus B9 440. I'll be discussing this in a bit, but I'd like to reintroduce to everybody a few things about Asus. We have here our CEO, Jerry Chan, Johnny Chi, our chairman, Vice Chairman Johnny Chang. So they're here with us in spirit. Taiwan Excellence, I've heard that this is your 4th year. Congratulations to you. Thank you very much for supporting Taiwanese brands. This is a big help to us, especially that the industry is getting competitive. So as our chairman says, our search for incredible is about persistence. It's a never-ending quest for perfection. As you see nowadays, we are moving and we always keep talking about Internet of Things. But we cease to realize that hardware is still holds so much importance, similar to how we fast track and develop several apps. There are several startup industries in the country, but we cease to realize that to continue to push forward for businesses to grow, we have to continue and bridge the gap between traditional and modern. So here's a glimpse of the awards and recognition we've had over the years. So we are proud to say that from motherboards, we have now transitioned to several products. We now have Zenfone, the Republic of Gamers ROG gaming line. We now have mini PCs. We have also diversified into mini projectors. And of course, the business laptop, Asus Pro. Sorry, my clicker is not that responsive. So, here we'd like to tell you that with ASUS, every product is created with the people in mind. And with that, we start by focusing on the experience. We want it to be a total experience by focusing on beauty, sound, touch, responsiveness, ubiquity. We don't sacrifice any one of these areas because it has to go hand in hand. We have a business laptop here, but it doesn't have to look so rigid, formal. Durability can be perfectly paired with good design. And at ASUS, we don't compromise. So I'm proud to say, just last May 30, we launched a series of new notebooks for VivoBook. The standard these days is ultra slim. We want ultra slim bezel, ultra slim frame. And in our tenure in the Philippines, we are proud to say that we have achieved a whole new level of the design experience. So here's the laptop I'm showcasing. As you can see, I weigh 100 pounds. And this is very light. I'm gonna open it and then pass it around also. So here, this is Asus Pro B9440. So there really is something wrong with this thing. So this is B9440, the world's lightest business notebook. Travel easy, travel smart. So this boots as big as 12 seconds. I just opened it. It's now on. Okay, so look at the ultra slim bezel. This is a business notebook. Business notebooks are usually hard. Design is usually so rigid and formal. We did a hinge test. We did a hinge test on this one. It will withstand several hard testing, hard usage, and you can even drop it and then it'll be okay. I mean, we have meetings all the time. We drink coffee. Sorry, I'm scared. This is an Eeyore sample. Okay. But, I think we better stop talking and just focus on showing me the device. Can somebody please reach this and pass this around? So you see, it's the lightest 14-inch business notebook in the world with no compromise on performance. Ultra slim bezel. It managed to fit the 14-inch display into a 12-inch frame. How impressive is that? Of course, you don't need design if your laptop has no battery. And we're proud to say that our laptop can withstand an 8-hour workday. So there, it has an all-day battery life. And enterprise durability. This just basically says that you can drop it. It's very durable. So if you're angry at your office, you can just bang it and it'll be okay. You save so much money on CapEx. You don't have to keep on changing devices. And then optional PCE and SATA. You can even expand the internal hard drive, change it if you want. Plus, I'm proud to say that for business laptop, we have 3 years warranty. So there, that's it. Where's the laptop? You can move it to other tables also, so they can quickly pass that. I think with ASUS, I'm happy to say that I've been with them for a short time, and the product speaks for itself. Look at it, it's so easy. Feel free to play with the hinge, or drop it if you will. So there, like I said with my presentation earlier, at ASUS, we design with you in mind. We know that you need to work, we know that you need to look good, and we've covered all of that with ASUS. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Ms. Dawn Pangilinan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's please welcome UberTech Inc. for Gigabyte.
Let's watch it first.
Good afternoon, Fairmont, Manila. So I am Grace, and as you can see, my video says it all. So good afternoon. So from Greece, me partnered with Gigabyte Technology, your partner in top-notch solution and upgrading your life. So we, from gaming peripherals, from gaming to professional expertise, so we are bound to innovate. So innovation, especially on the PC and Philippines PC market, right now here in the Philippines, we know the upgraded solutions for our ICT, or the information communication technology right now. So now, as you can see behind me, we have our top of the line Aorus motherboard. So this is our premium gaming motherboard of Gigabyte. So let's take a deep down about some history about Gigabyte. So from motherboards, so we have motherboards, laptops, PC peripherals, and PC components, also servers. And this is about Aorus. So this one is one example of our Aorus product. So this is for the motherboard, but we have also Aorus for the graphics card and Aorus for the gaming laptop. So this one you can make your own way to your own motherboard. Also, as a Philippines #1 in motherboard and graphics card, also as Taiwan's top 20 in global award. So we are bound to give the best and provide the best quality of our services, and also connect and merge to innovate, because we are committed to progress and innovation all over the world. So right now, I will let you see and take a look what's inside of the features of our new gaming motherboard from Aorus. Okay, that's basically, so that's it. So you can check out our booth at the back, so to see some of our products, and also if you want to check out the features of these boards, the motherboards, the laptops from Aorus and Gigabyte, you can check out our website, gigabyte.com, and you may also follow us on Facebook page, Gigabyte Philippines. That's all. So thank you and have a great day.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Mary Grace Martinez. Ladies and gentlemen, we've seen some awesome tech this morning. Technically, it's this afternoon already. The NBA Finals, something like that. I just know that this industry is really growing. So if you go back here, you will see a lot of the products that they were talking about. Of course, you have the Acer Predator that they were talking about earlier on. I believe that's a 21-inch curved monitor, the first one in the world, if I'm not mistaken, okay? Now over here, you see the household goods section, and AJ will be very glad to show you around and to see all the products around here. Good to see you, AJ. And over here, we have the Kimco scooter. It's called Exciting. When something is called exciting, it must indeed be exciting, right? We have a 400cc scooter over here, and this is the fastest right now in the Philippines for Kimco. And as you can see, it's also endorsed by Jamie Dempsey, the host of Ride and Seek on the History Channel. And what's cool is you can even charge your phone right here, okay? So if you guys are low bat, you know where to go. All right, now over here we have the ICT product section, and I see it's David, correct? We have David of MSI. Hi, David. Can you say hi to everybody?
Hello, everybody. I'm David from MSI Philippine Notebook.
All right. Okay, now David was showing me these earlier on. These are some of the professional gaming laptops that we have, right? So this one, David, this one is called the
Apache GE72VR Apache gaming laptop.
Okay, and as you can see, what do you call this kind of the backlight of the keyboards again?
This kind of technology, we call it silver lining. It makes our keyboard really stand out from other gaming laptops because the lights can come up from the sides of the keycap itself. It makes our laptop really brilliant.
So it comes from the side, literally brilliant, right? And it's luminous. It's awesome. And of course, this one is the Titan. Is that what it's called? The Titan, right?
Yes. Inside this GT73 VR Titan, we have GTX 1070 SLI, which means we have two graphic cards inside this beast, which can provide very outstanding performance. Yet we have the cutting-edge thermal solution we call Cooler Boost Titan, which can enhance the performance.
Okay, so you got two video cards, and you also have this cooling technology called Cooler Boost Titan. Because if you have that much power, then the probability of the device overheating it becomes higher, right? So you have an even higher cooling technology for this one as well. That's amazing. And lastly, we have the MSI Trident 3 over here. Can you tell us a little about this? It actually looks like a gaming console from the get-go.
I think when you are looking at it, it must make you think like, oh, it's a PS2 or something like that. It is actually the original idea when we are designing this product. And I can say it's one of the smallest gaming desktop in the market now. It's only 3 kilograms, which can allow you to carry it around to the LAN party, to your friend's home to enjoy the game together.
So that's really a thing now, LAN parties, right? Can you imagine? We never would have thought of these before, that you would bring your PC somewhere to have a gaming party with your friends, right? Okay, well, David, thank you so much. Let's give a big applause for David, ladies and gentlemen. And again, you can check out all these for yourself. Okay, now you've seen and heard some of these products. Come on down and check it also. But, ladies and gentlemen, right now, we are very, very, very excited to show this to you, of course. Let's take a closer look at some of these products. Ladies and gentlemen, the Taiwan Excellence Fashion Show.
Experience an excellent world with these Taiwan Excellence products. This is not a notebook for normal people. It's the first laptop with a curved display, and the screen itself is a massive 21 inches with dual NVIDIA GTX 1080 video cards. version of yourself with large pixels for 2 times greater light sensitivity and a sunlight LED selfie flash. Live streaming your selfie video has never been clearer, brighter, and more beautiful. Zenfone Live also features dual microphone technology that reduces background noise and enhances voice pickup. Capturing the most spectacular action moments, the Transcend Drive Pro Body 52. Capture instantaneous moments with the Transcend Drive Pro Body 52. It is a wearable video camera with a camera unit separated from the body for border applications, tailor-made for police officers and security guards. It is rugged and durable to withstand splashing water and shock. The camera uses Sony X4 sensor to capture high resolution images with extremely fine zonal radiation. Allows wide screen footage and snapshots to iOS and Android mobile devices. Making waves next as the world's fittest laptop is the Acer's World Stud. Always on the go. The Acer's Wrist 7 notebook's got your back. It weighs 1.1 kilograms and measures 9.98 millimeters thick, making it still the world's fittest laptop. Its black and gold tone design brings a touch of elegance to its durable all-aluminum unibody, small and speedy. Top-of-the-line performance is delivered through a 7th generation Intel Core i5 processor. Fast 256 GB SSD and up to 8 gigabytes of memory with up to 9 hours of battery life. You'll be able to get things done whatever the day takes you. Here is the whole 9 yards, presenting the Auto Golf Putter.
I feel like I need everything that they just brought up on stage, especially the thing that becomes the seat. That'll be so perfect when you're waiting in line, and just everything. That foldable bike as well. Here in Manila, there's so much traffic, you need bikes. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That was the taste of all the amazing products that we have, of course, the partnership with Taiwan. Now, to formally kick off the 4th year of Taiwan Excellence Campaign here in the Philippines, may we please call back on stage Mr. Gilberto Lamenco. Let's give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, Mr. James Chu, Mr. Tony Lin of Taitra, of course, and last but not least, Ambassador Benedicto Yumico, the PCCI Excellence Campaign. We need all these 4 distinguished gentlemen to touch the screen at the same time. So, gentlemen, if you could just raise your hands first. Oh, hold on. If you raise your hands first, okay? At the count of 3, we touch the screen at the same time. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!